Well, it's been a minute since I've done a YouTube video, not Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail again for stupid shit that does not break their community standards, but they say it does. Anyway, I'm not really sure what I feel like talking about today, because it's been a crazy weekend. 3 mass shootings in 24 hours, and nobody's talking about Chicago, just El Paso and Daytona. Not Daytona, that's in fucking Florida, but in Ohio. We'll just say Ohio, because I want to say Columbia and I know it.
There's a speed trap ahead.
There's a speed trap ahead. Means I better slow down. Anyway, the 3 mass shootings, 200 this year alone. That's more than the days we've had in this year alone. Just a little bit of information there. Let's see. It's just one of those days where my mind is like, can't really focus on one thing, because I'm a little, nobody's pretty yawning. I'm a little, I don't know, I guess numb, because there's not really another word to describe where I'm at right now. Just kind of numb. Boy, that's in the head, but there's an awful lot in my head, but all of it together is just causing silence. But it's I think just making some decisions in my life about things, and hearing about the things that are going on around the world, in the country, locally. It can all just get to be way too much at times, and my brain just kind of overloads and shuts down for a minute. Jesus Christ. You'd think I wouldn't be yawning, considering I had a fucking 20-ounce cup of coffee, then a 24-ounce cup of coffee, then a Red Bull, and now I'm working on my second Red Bull. 20-ounce Red Bull to begin, now I've got a 16-ounce. I'm on my way to do a weekly maintenance job in Knoxville, and I still have not found out how much I'm getting paid for this weekly maintenance job. I'm just going to suggest $100 a week, and then I'll push, instead of coming up on Mondays, I'll do it on Thursday when I do my other weekly maintenance, and just tie them into the same day. Christ almighty. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to talk about the shootings, but I kind of don't at the same time, because it's everywhere, and it's really all we're hearing about, and it's just frustrating that we hear people blaming movies, blaming heavy metal music, blaming video games, standard fucking let's blame everything but the real problem. And I know some of you may disagree, but the problem is guns. I mean, the only difference we have with other countries that don't experience these mass shootings, which no other country experiences these mass shootings, is that we have access to weapons that ordinary people don't need. I mean, I don't give a fuck if somebody has a gun, shotgun, rifle, guns, not assault-style weapons, not weapons that can fire hundreds of rounds in a minute. I mean, no ordinary citizen needs that. The police shouldn't even have those things. That's military shit. Those are the only people that should have these guns. And honestly, if somebody out of the military, who has served this country has one of those guns, I really don't have a problem with that because they have seen the destruction that it has done. But these 19-year-old, 20-year-olds who have never ever done anything like serve or actually seen what these weapons can do to a human, they should not have access to them. And that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't care if people want a gun for home protection, if they hunt, if they're a target shooter. I have a problem with trophy hunting because that's just pointless. But you can have an assault style weapon, but you can't have a grenade launcher. I mean, it's a weapon, right? It's arms. There's no way the founding fathers could have foreseen the type of weapons we have in this time. So I think they probably would have been a little more hesitant on the Second Amendment had they had any idea of the type of destruction that the weapons men have invented can do. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm a supporter of the entire Constitution, not just one or two amendments. Although, I do think we need to get rid of a couple amendments. Well, at least one. It's just too many. Add it to another one. Cut the numbers down. And, I don't know. I guess that's just my little rant. I talked to my counselor today about mass shootings, and I'm like, sometimes I think, could I possibly do this? Would I be able to walk into a place and just mow down as many strangers as I possibly could? And then I was like, I think about it a lot, not a lot, I don't think about it a lot, but when the thought comes to my head, then I give it a lot of thought and realize that I have a rough time killing insects. Like, I really do not like spiders, but I will try and remove that spider from where it is before I kill it. Now, if it's on me, it's dead. If it's in the shower, it's dead. If there's somebody around that can carry it outside, even better. But as long as they stay out of my space, I'm fine. I don't kill spiders in the house unless they're running across the floor and they're really creepy and big. If they're hanging out in a corner, no big deal. They're hanging out in the window, no big deal. Just don't come in my space. That's the only request I have of spiders. And I feel guilty killing them, so that I know there's definitely no way I could ever do that. Just go and kill a bunch of strangers. But I feel it's kind of weird. Like, I can watch movies all day where people die and stuff. No big deal, But you show me one movie where a dog dies and I'm in tears and I'm pissed off, and I just, for some reason, have built up more of a sympathy towards animals than I have humans. I guess my counselor kind of explained it as I have a big heart and a lot of people have walked on it, and that could explain, well, that is a reason why I probably have more sympathy for animals than I do humans, because animals are just trying to survive. They're not maliciously trying to hurt other things like humans do. And I get it. I just wish I wasn't jaded by humans like that, because I like people. I like people a lot. I like being around people. But I've closed myself off to going and doing things where there are people. I've isolated myself. That's the clinical term. I'm in isolation. But when you see so many people who are just so shady, you tend to step away from all people. Like, I work at a restaurant on weekends now, and just a lot of the young people there they don't understand that actions have consequences. And they have no problem fucking each other over. But then you've got a few of us there who are actually there to do a good job. I mean, I hate waiting tables, but any job I've ever had, whether I despise going there every day or whatever, I do my job and I do it to the very best of my abilities. And these kids don't understand. You start fucking over your coworkers, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Because I've gotten to the point where I'm not going to switch with anybody. I'm not going to pick up days. And I'm not going to cover anybody else's shift. So that means I work 2 days a week there and that's it. No more, no less. Well, I'll go less because like this weekend I had a softball tournament, so I didn't work at all. Next weekend I took off on accident because I was going to go up to New York today, but I put it back a week because I got to finish this landscaping job and I want to have at least a decent amount of money to take with me. And I got to make a few car payments and shit like that, you know, bills to pay first. That's an interesting vehicle. I like it. I don't know what kind it is, but it's very interesting. It is a Dodge Journey Crossroads. I've never heard of that. But I think the reason it's most interesting, it looks like a grocery getter from the back, but from the front it looks like an SUV. But I really like the color of it. It's sort of like an olive green, but the spots in the sun are like a light olive green, and the spots that are covered by shade are a dark olive green. And it's the type of paint, not the sun and shade, that are making it do that. It's just very cool. I like paints like that on cars. But anyway, I thought it was a cop at first. That's why I was all lowering the phone down here so you could look up my nostrils. It's Tennessee, as of July 1st, is completely hands-free. Which I agree with that, but I don't do it. I mean, I'm getting better at being hands-free, but when you're doing a video, you can't really be that hands-free. Oh, excuse me. Fuck, I'm tired, and I got so much to do today. It's almost 12 p.m. right now, and I'm about, I don't know, maybe a couple miles from the Knoxville city limits. But just do what you can for yourself and fuck everyone else. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. I'm babbling, I know. So I'm going to end it there. Peace out. Have a great day. Be nice to each other. Even the stupid people, be nice to them. Ignorant people, don't be very nice to them because that's willfulness. But be nice to them anyway.